So
Pick the track.
we have snippets. Snippet number 1 is father. Snippet 2 is called you. Snippet
Oh,
3 is
that's what you
mother.
meant. No.
Like, I
So
can't go
which
like.
one do you want? Yes, snippet 4 is your lover. Would it be best to start with the father? Let's go with the father snippet 1.
Sure. Yeah, I even
Um,
forgot. I forgot what this is. All right, sure.
Let me know if you can hear it. It should be audible to both all of us and to our
Mhm.
audience. Let's try this out.
Oh.
It's not like you killed someone. It's not like a storm would heal a man. It's not like you killed your son. It's not like your world is less to blame.
God damn. That's I just heard this for the first time. I've had these files on my PC for 3 weeks, and I intentionally left it out for now to listen to it. And I have to say, wow, that I maybe you'll tell me this is not the final mix. This is not the final. Whatever you're gonna
final
say, it's already great.
It's not mastered. It's not mastered.
Yeah, so Elia, your voice very very nice. I like the guitar riff. I didn't expect that riff. It just surprised me, but worked perfectly. And I would love to hear the rest of it, but I'll have to wait. So, 58
Oh, I thought you were gonna
seconds.
go like, I want to listen to it again.
Oh, I will be. I will be listening to this for sure again. I'm so lucky that I'm gonna be editing our conversation later for YouTube. I'm gonna upload this on YouTube, and I'll be listening to it due to the edit 10, 20 times, and I will enjoy it 10, 20 times. So fine for me. I'll leave the audience to also comment on this. What did you think about this? Is snippet number 1, father, and in my opinion, this is again another level. Something, yeah. Probably one of my favorite albums of 2022 if it comes out in 2022.
Gee, I
Let's
hope
see.
so.
Let's see.
It
So,
better
no-
come out
no.
in 2022, man.
I'm hoping so. You mentioned that it has to be the year of 2022 for this album. Now that your father was with you, now you need to be with yourself. So without any other thoughts, huh? Just be with yourself. Don't explain it in another way. Okay? Let's listen to you. Snippet number
Oh,
2.
you. I'm like, what track is self?
Here we go.
Ben, you're not following up, man.
While you still can breathe. Breathe while you still can breathe.
He's not ready. Oh, I want more.
This is quite unique. So here you're working on a lot of vocal layers, and you have some specially made instrument. This kind of a buzzing thing. Is it, or is it what is that?
It's a synth. It's a synth. But
okay.
it's so there's a lot more Oriental influence in this album, and I think a lot of it is the vocals. So when Ilya is singing,
Yeah.
I'm not the singer of the band.
Good job, Danny.
A lot
Good
more
job.
Oriental influences. I was expecting a different part of you. Why did we send that snippet? Anyways,
That's gorgeous.
It's just that gives us a different idea of what is in the album. Okay, it doesn't
Yeah.
all have to be bombastic,
Yeah,
heavy.
vocal layers. Vocal layers are a huge thing this time because part of the arrangement as well. We used vocals as lots of counterparts when it comes to vocals. Lots of sound design used with vocals. We pulled lots of elements from indie music and from a little bit of
James
Danny.
Blake or
Yeah.
none of the references sent were like anything like prog rock or metal. It's most of the things
Yeah.
that we would get excited about is like, listen to this new James Blake thing, or listen to this R&B track. Look at that thing happening in the background. We should add that to our orchestral.
Why not? Why not? That's part of the exploration, part of the journey.
Yeah.
I mean, this makes
True.
it richer. This makes the tracks richer. It's not something I've always been hearing. The same style of getting into the same melody, the same build up. I mean, this is fresh. This is for me different than anything I've heard of. So it grabs the attention. It's well made. It's not just making something different just to be different by being random. It's well crafted. So
Oh no, I promise you it'll make sense.
and
I
I
promise you it'll
enjoyed
make
it so
sense.
much. And then I want my mama now. So we're going to snippet 3, Mother. Okay? Just by the name Mother, that I expect a bit of more here, sensibility and emotions and attachment. Let's see.
Born of the water, but this day I'm underwater. Fly low. It's your life and you're the other. My words will never find a way in time.
If
I'm just looking at Rami's face. I'm just
Why did we choose? This is okay. Anyways, I'm sure you didn't hear any problems in the mix, but we have a big problem. We need to fix that. Anyway.
Doesn't matter. But if you plan to release a single, this is the one I'd go for first. And this has it's 50 seconds. It's not long enough to know much about it. But in those seconds, that's Yumna, right? On vocals?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, of
and
course.
I felt a folky Irish way of singing. I don't know if that's intended in any way, but I felt like folky Irish, Middle Eastern tone, then tribal rhythm. I loved it. I don't know.
Yumna does have a kind of a folky Irish way of singing, which we
Yeah.
love.
Yeah.
And then putting that underneath the marching band, I would say, like with the trumpets and the
Yeah.
it was somehow it
so
worked.
yeah, that's a new way we decided to use the orchestra, and not only in a classical setting. We actually wrote parts for the orchestra that are more on the big band, marching band type of arrangement. Actually, this song is very special because I think what we did on this song is, and I'm not sure many people do that, is that you have the same melody, same chorus, arranged in 3 different ways, played by 3 different instruments over 3 different progressions.
And
So
no guitar.
and doesn't have guitar. This song
this
doesn't
was-
have guitar.
It
And
doesn't
this was
always need it. Yeah.
Ironically, this is the least heavy song, I think.
Yeah.
And Jens said it was the most difficult to mix.
Wow. It
So
sounded
I
to
don't
me
know.
like it sounded to me like it must be a single that's released. It sounded to me like I don't know much about lyrics. I'm not claiming anything yet. I have to listen again. But it really sounds like it should be the opening track of a movie. It should be like the story, like opening a story for a movie. That's how it sounded to me. It sounded a bit happy. I'm not sure if it's intended to be a happy tone.
It's
but
not happy at all.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but it sounded at the
course
beginning a
it's-
bit happy.
The pre-chorus kind of is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
But I think
Snippets-
there's a
This
Twist.
song,
twist.
this
Snippets
song
are
is a this song is more of a, it plays two sides. It's more of a goodbye to a mother. It's basically leaving your country to go to war. It's a soldier's goodbye to his mother. It's someone who's having to leave home and to forced to leave for whatever reason, and having, it's that disconnection that we talked about at the beginning. It's what war forces us to deal with. It's, and then like, yeah, in the picture it says like, I'll wait like all the mothers, like maybe he'll not return, maybe by the time he returns she won't be here, and that's the essence of the concept for this song. So yeah, happy stuff.
So there is one more snippet, but I think we should mention a bit that it's so happy to go for war and die and maybe never see your mother again. I know. You always you do things a bit differently than most bands, that you make some artistic images that preview a bit of the themes of the concept of the album, and they're not just like two buttons, you know, a title, whatever. These are worked pieces of art that I would assume they will be part of a booklet if you ever have a booklet and a printed version of this. They tell the
Weirdly, these
story.
are, yeah, the ones you're seeing are just, they were like for the teasing campaign that we launched, but at least what we're deciding for the booklets is to have something that's more elaborate. But I mean, these pictures had so much good reviews and good feedback from the people, because these things, by the way, we need to mention this, that I work on these with Charles. So Charles Assaf, who's a digital
Genius.
artist in Beirut, he's an absolute mad genius. So what happens is that I sit with Charles and we discuss the song and what I want the song to say, and what the visuals would be, and then I would rework the thing. So Charles would send a painting and we go like, we work on that, and once that's done, I'll do the final the stickers thing that you see and the highlights and stuff. So all the messaging and so we did that for each of the songs. So on the band's Instagram, you can see 9 posters, and the 9 posters represent the 9 songs, the essence of the 9 songs.
Okay, so each song has a core story, core theme, and you have a picture for each.
It's one idea per song.
Yeah, I see.
Yes, and all of the one thing is in common is that there's no narrative for this album as in a chronological narrative, but they're grouped by themes that all each 3 songs feel like they tell one side, one story, one idea. They convey one idea, and it all happens geographically in a zone of conflict.
Do you have already an album cover art, or not ready yet?
Not finished yet. Thanks for reminding Danny. Thanks for reminding Danny that we're a bit late on that, but I'm working on it with Charles, and it's okay. It's getting.
You're not working on anything anymore.
Not for the past 2 weeks. I have.
So there is a clear vision of what it should be, but it's not yet there.
It's almost done.
Okay,
it's almost done.
And there is already a title, obviously, clearly a album name, not yet to be.
It's gonna.
The War.
No, we can. We can.
It is.
It's gonna be called The War.
The War. Okay.
Yeah.
So do you have it published in a picture already as The War? I haven't seen it.
Because there's a song called War, and it's it also
why did you choose
has
to be the title?
Because that's the one thing that was in common between all 9 songs. It's what instigated. It's what initiated the. So in each song, something happens, and always the point of initiation for that thing to happen is war.
Well,
so that's why that's the common.
It is the theme of 2022 also.
Yeah, and that's what I told you. It was lucky because this album has been written since before the war on Ukraine happened, and before all. It was we started writing in basically right after The Room in 2008, early 2018. We started writing.
Mm-hmm. the war?
Was it 2018 or 19, Danny?
We spent a year figuring out what we're writing about, but we started writing music as trying out ideas. None of them made it to the our ideas folder is always full of unused stuff.
So
Yeah.
there's something that
Never
distracts
become-
you. There's something that usually distracts you from the war. I assume this picture is it, right?
Yes.
Yeah. It's actually the opposite. It's war distracting you from loving someone.
Okay, I see. So
The poet of the band.
it's a good one. So this represents a snippet, actually a track that the snippet of is called Lover, and I'm assuming these are the two lovers while war is happening outside. They're sharing their intimate moment, and it's red, which is love, emotions, but also a bit of blood. I don't know if that's intended.
Right.
And the building looks half destroyed in the background. It's like they're just still having their own moment and fuck whatever is happening outside kind of thing.
Yeah, but at least you can see that he's more trying to look on the what's happening outside more than looking her in the eye,
So
which is the entire
just
message.
can't give her his full attention.
Exactly.
I'm not sure all of that would be clear in the snippet though.
I'm trying to interpret the photo as much as I can. I assume that's the same soldier that just said goodbye to his mom, saying goodbye to his lover, and we'll see.
Brave
I
of
don't
you to
know.
assume he's a soldier. Brave of you to assume he's a soldier. We're not that cliche.
Okay, let's see. Maybe he's the deserter. Let's listen to the track, to the snippet, and let's see
Yeah.
what emotions and what sound is there for the lover.
For one night, I lost
Yeah.
my erosion. I'm right here. You're at war with the world outside. Until it's over, I'll say the words, then go. The world outside us is dying.
Well, here it's heavier, and there's a
Mm-hmm.
bit more strings in work. I was trying to guess the drummer, but I couldn't. It feels a bit familiar.
We always seem to
Give it a
cut the
shot.
snippets.
If you get it, you get
Yeah.
one shot. If you get it, I'll tell you if it's true.
I there are a lot of people in my mind. I think I need to listen more to figure it out. But
You lost your chance then.
Yeah, I think so. I was thinking of a the Arc drummer. I forgot his name now. But he has a
John
much
Macaluso.
stronger. Yeah, Macaluso, but he has a much stronger hit on the snare, so it can't be him. I thought of
Oh,
Miniman, but Miniman has much more work on the toms. I don't think it's him, so I'm not sure.
Wow, Rami. Wow, that's some
Not far.
good analysis. We always seem to cut the snippets right at the chorus. That was smart.
Because 2 minutes later, I'll figure it out, or a few seconds later.
Yeah, just one. I mean, who cares about this stuff? But anyways, we worked in. Elia wrote this line. It's genius, I think. That he called her my erosion, which is from The Room, which is it's not the same
It's a
story. at all.
callback.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
like a little bit of a callback to The Room.